Hey, it's Cassie from Curry Honda in Chicopee. You're listening to the Bax and Nagle podcast on Rock 102. Come see us at Curry Honda for the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience the best at Curry Honda. Thanks for listening.
Sustainability meets style.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Winter Storm headquarters before and after the storm.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, whenever I've sustained a serious injury or attempted to recover from a surgical procedure, I've always tried to accomplish two things. The first of which has been to milk the situation for everything it's worth. From taking advantage of my medically recommended physical restrictions to the relentless pursuit of sympathy, I do it all and everything in between. The second thing I do is pace myself in rehabilitation. Sure, getting back to 100% sounds good on paper, but frankly, it's a lot of work that comes at the expense of those medically recommended physical restrictions. This is why I've always been satisfied with less than 100%. Why do I bring this up? Because tonight, Jason Tatum is set to return to the Boston Celtics for the first time since tearing his right Achilles 10 months ago. Now, typically speaking, the average recovery time for the everyday Joe with the same sort of injury is 6 to 12 months. But the average Joe isn't playing professional basketball for a living. So the sort of stress, wear, and tear placed upon a surgically repaired tendon in the human foot is a little more involved than the average guy pushing work files at his cubicle. And yet, Jason Tatum and his $68.2 million a year contract have both been cleared to face the Dallas Mavericks tonight at the Garden. Now, some people are saying this is too soon. And there are some people who are saying this is about time. And some people are saying the Celtics have done pretty damn good without him, with the second best record in the Eastern Conference. And while I can't relate to the idea of pushing myself physically, I have to say that the prospect of Jason Tatum joining the team for the last 20 regular season games just before the playoffs is somewhat exciting. Of course, could be disastrous too, but I'm choosing to ignore that point of view and marvel at his inspirational return, even if it's something that I would never agree to personally. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Get Rocky's sales flyer and get a look at the March tool deals from Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Craftsman. I'm looking at the flyer online. You can see the deals at Rocky's Ace Hardware app or pick up a good old-fashioned paper copy at any Rocky store. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 6:11 and Queen with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be a little rainy today, this morning, and then cloudy for the rest of the day. High of 33. It is 32 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So, from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
Savannah Guthrie returned to the Today Show after her mother, Nancy Guthrie, disappeared from her Tucson area home. Savannah thanked her colleagues for their support and remains focused on supporting her family and finding Nancy. The search for Nancy, who was taken against her will, continues, with DNA evidence linking a restaurant employee near her home to the case. Savannah's family is offering a $1 million reward for information, and authorities urge anyone with tips to contact the FBI or Pima County Sheriff's Department.
I'm sure there are some people that say, how could she come back? I think not working makes you lose focus. You go a little stir crazy, trying to find answers. I mean, this is probably the best thing for her.
They probably put her on light duty anyway. They probably put her on those, like, the home magazine type stories.
Just does the fluff pieces?
Yeah, I mean, why are you going to report on, like, another abduction?
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
I think that's somebody else's job.
Well, throw that over to, what's the other guy's name? Or the other guy's name, Hoda Kotb, on the show?
Yes, I'm sure that Hoda Kotb would do a great job.
He's a good fella, good-looking fella.
Sure, absolutely.
Uh-huh. Who's on the Today Show? Savannah Guthrie and
that other guy,
Jack Ford.
Jack Ford's been dead for years. It's Al Roker.
Jack Ford died?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Didn't he?
That was the guy that was hosting the Today Show when I went. I'm on My national television debut was on the Today Show back in like 1996. And Jack Ford was hosting it on the weekend. And I was on TV waving.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he didn't die. I don't know. He just totally disappeared. Whatever happened to him.
He had a little bit of a lisp.
He did.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't remember what happened to him.
Jonathan Miles, author of Dear American Airlines and Want Not, has released a new book, Eradication of Fable. The novel follows a man. Does this have anything to do? Oh, he opened for the Rolling Stones. That's why they're talking about this guy who wrote a book.
Okay.
So even though the headline makes it sound like the Rolling Stones are somehow involved in this,
They're really not.
They're really not.
In fact, it's likely they never even met each other backstage.
I'm really happy with this service that we got here.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
Guns N' Roses will be returning to Australia and New Zealand for a series of stadium shows in November and December following their 2025 tour across Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and Latin America.
Why does that sound like a threat?
It does sound like a big threat. The band has released 2 new singles, Nothin' and Atlas, for their first new music since 2023, showcasing different aspects of their creative range. Does it go from...
Actually, I think Axl Rose kind of sounds like me today.
Yeah, he doesn't have quite the vocals he used to have.
No.
The concert at Eden Park on December 17, 2026 promises to be an exciting event for fans. Tickets go on sale Friday, today, actually. Or no, next Friday. That's the 13th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the 13th at 12 p.m. So get your wallets ready because I'm sure those tickets are going to be super cheap.
And worth it.
You think so?
Seeing the Stones 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow. These are... Why is all these government stories in the entertainment section?
Because it's so entertaining to talk about government.
It's really not. Selena Gomez, we'll talk about her again. She showed her support for her Only Murders in the Building co-stars Martin Short and Steve Martin following the tragic death of Short's daughter, Catherine. Gomez shared a heartfelt message on Instagram expressing her love for the two actors. Short's daughter, Catherine, passed away at the age of 42 from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The tragedy affected Short's attendance at the 2026 SAG Awards, where he had been nominated for his role in the show. He has 2 other children with his late wife, Nancy Dolman. Yeah, I can't imagine why that tragedy would affect his appearance at the SAG-AFTRA Awards.
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor to be nominated.
Could you have, just paused the mourning of your child and made it to the award show that you were only nominated for?
You know, Steve, in times of tragedy, I'm not sure I'd show up at any banquet.
Well, you never know. Everybody grieves differently.
It's true.
Some people do it with fireworks.
Not me.
Netflix has acquired Interpositive, a film technology company founded by Ben Affleck, which develops AI-powered tools for film production. The financial terms of the deal were not disclosed. The media industry is increasingly interested in using AI for content and storytelling, with Netflix emphasizing that new tools should expand creative freedom rather than replace the work of artists.
Will this give Ben Affleck the ability to make a good movie that doesn't have anything to do with Matt Damon?
I don't know. Does the thing go, would you like me to write you a movie script?
Yes, Matt.
Do you like apples? How do you like them apples?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Affleck, known for his work on Argo, will join... known for his work on Argo?
That's what he's known for?
Oh. I thought he was the guy in Dazed and Confused. Who was with the paddles, trying to chase the kids down and beat them up.
You're best known for his role in Jiggly.
Yeah, he'll be the senior advisor following the acquisition. The move comes after Netflix withdrew from a bid to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery Studios and streaming assets. Let's see. Production for Season 2 of Alien Earth is set to begin in May in Pinewood Studios in London, with lead actor Sidney Chandler confirming the timeline during a recent press event. The series, created by Noah Hawley, follows Wendy, a hybrid character who leads a group called the Lost Boys.
Wasn't there a movie called The Lost Boys?
Wasn't there a movie called Alien, too?
They had nothing to do with each other. I mean, whole plot line totally different. Both films.
They're just melding shows and plot lines together to come up with. Maybe this is what AI has been doing.
Right.
And Kim Kardashian is really wanting to go on a space tour.
Really?
Like on a rocket ship. Yeah, like one of those Jeff Bezos things or an Elon Musk thing.
Well, I'm sure she must have had something to say.
Oh, my God. The last time I reached for the stars was when Ray J stuffed his Mongo Dongo into my Gash Gordon in that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95.
Used to love that show.
Gash Gordon?
Yeah, that was a good show. Caitlin?
I never got that done and dirty with your mother, Chris Kim, but I once went Rolex deep in the spunk diaper. I plundered that stink sleeve until it looked like a prolapse sea cucumber.
Oh, my God. What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is I butter churned those stink flaps until it looked like a pair of pink clown shoes sticking out from under a wig.
Jesus.
Well, it reminded me of the time that we were doing a charity event at the 85 Monster Truck Jamboree, and Captain Lou Albano came out of Roseanne's dressing trailer with his sleeve rolled up to his elbow and said, "Smell my finger." I can still taste it.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Yeah, and that's your Hollywood trash on Rock 102.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock at 626, and the Black Crows with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be wet today, or wet this morning, and then cloudy with a high of, 30-something? I don't know. It's nasty.
It's
out
something
there.
like that.
There's some delays going on because the hill towns. There's like 2 inches of ice up there. I'm dating a virgin. Something's got to give, right?
Speaking of delays, we were supposed to be moving to another studio, a temporary studio today, and then, moving to our brand new place on Monday.
When are you going to stop believing them?
Well, I think as I've seen progress with my own eyes, just, when do you begin? That's really the question. We were under the impression that we would be across the hallway today while our old studio will be disassembled and then reassembled in the new place. And we were under the impression, and we're told specifically, you won't have any access to phones on Friday. We do, because we didn't move across the hall. So open line Friday today after 8 o'clock.
How about that?
Is that exciting or what?
Oh, my God. It's, and now it's going to be like, this is the last open lines in this studio.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm almost done making promises. Almost.
You're almost done making promises as much as Eric Clapton sang promises.
Yes, but with far less financial gain on the line.
Well, the funny thing is when that song came out, it reached like number 10 in the charts.
Yeah,
number 9. It reached number 9 on the charts. It was also the 9th time he promised his wife he'd stop doing cocaine.
And that didn't work out also great.
The song, not the drug.
No, I get it. Yeah. I totally get it.
You ready to laugh?
Yes.
Let's laugh.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's Classic Rock.
I once dated a homeless woman.
Really?
Things got very serious. In the end, she asked me to move out with her. I like the other one better, the other line better. Like, I'm starting to date this homeless chick. The best part is you can write "wash me" on her back.
It's like the laughs just don't ever stop.
I know. And when you're done, you can just drop her off anywhere.
3 in a row, Steve.
Bax and Nagle in the morning on Rock 102.
With Bax and Nagle on Rock 102, it's time for news brought to you by Aquapump, an expert in all water supply systems from the well to the pump and into the house. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. There's sleet and freezing rain through some areas of western Massachusetts, experiencing freezing slick road conditions this morning. Drivers are being advised to exercise caution as light rain continues to impact visibility across the area. The current weather pattern has created a deceptive driving environment where precipitation appears to be rain but turns to ice upon contact with the ground. I went to Boston last night, and right around 11 o'clock by the time I got home, it was starting to sleet.
Oh, yeah.
And then this morning, when I left, it was like 2 inches of ice on the ground. And while they had salted, it still wasn't quite doing what it normally does and melt.
Yeah. So it's still slippery.
It was still very slippery up in the hill area, and some of the schools there are on a 2-hour delay this morning.
Well, let's be careful out there, shall we? I
Yes.
mean, we're all New Englanders. We're all a hardy bunch. We've all done this before, so let's try to keep our heads together.
Yeah, the amount of people that like ride your ass during something like this,
Yeah.
it's like back off, dude. I should get those Yosemite Sam mud flaps on for the minivan. Back off.
I've never really first of all, I never understood that on a good day
Yeah.
or on a dry driving surface. I have no understanding of why you would tailgate me on slick conditions, snow, rain, ice. I have no idea why you would do that.
Because they're 10 feet tall and bulletproof.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: if you ram your car into the back of my car,
Yeah.
it's your fault.
Yeah, they don't care though, because they feel like that's not going to happen to them.
Yeah.
I got 4-wheel drive.
I don't care if you got 4-wheel drive. If I don't have 4-wheel drive, or even if I do have 4-wheel drive, and you hit me in the in the back end, it's on you.
You
Back the hell up.
Do not rear end backs.
No. Not without dinner or some dancing.
Right. Well, I mean, you did order the lobster.
Well, yeah, but that's you said you were paying.
A reward has been announced for information leading to 2 suspicious fires in the town of Ware.
Where?
There. The Ware Fire Department.
Where the fire department?
Their fire department said that the state fire marshal's office and local authorities are investigating 2 suspicious fires in the Pleasant Street area of the town of Ware.
Where?
There. Homeowners.
Homeowners is what?
Oh, man, you got me. Are being asked to check their security cameras and report anything suspicious. And the fire chief said, we can't go on together with these suspicious fires.
Oh, my God. That is so,
Yeah, how about that?
so good.
We can't go on together with suspicious fires. Suspicious fires.
The king would be so proud of us today.
I think that was the original lyrics, and then he had to change it. He was like, come on, you got to make it about love or something, or heartbreak or whatever.
Or the human brain.
Yeah, something.
something like that.
Something else. Something else. We can't do these arson songs anymore. Hunka Hunka Burning Love. Suspicious fires.
I mean, hound dog. I mean, that was about a dog. Everyone can relate to that.
Right.
Yeah, you pick like a human organ, like suspicious kidneys or suspicious livers.
Because on Tuesday, firefighters were called to 21 Pleasant Street and found that a building that was under construction with multiple areas on fire. Nearly a month prior, crews were called to a vacant home on 14 Pleasant Street for a fire. While firefighters were working to put out that fire, crews had to evacuate, and a mayday was called in fear of the home collapsing. Mutual aid was called in for both incidents, so no injuries were reported. The investigations are being conducted by the state fire marshal's office along with the Ware Fire.
Where fire?
And the Ware Police.
Where police?
Investigation team. A reward of up to $5,000 is being offered for any information leading to the person responsible for these fires.
Man, you can do real damage with $5,000 in your pocket. And where?
Yeah, I know, right?
You can go to the Walmart. You can go to Home Depot.
You can go to...
or is that a Lowe's? I can't remember.
It's a Lowe's.
It's a Lowe's.
Yeah. They're a little classier out there than their Home Depot.
Yeah,
The Lowe's is where it's at.
It's a very sophisticated town.
What else you got out there? You got Big Y.
There's a Big Y. I was thinking the same thing. There's a Big Y. And
there's a gas station that looks like a chain, but nobody's really heard of it anywhere else.
right.
You ever see that? They have that up in Greenfield, and I can't remember the name of the chains. There's like 2 gas stations up there that are part of some sort of like national chain. But I've never heard of the national chain up until seeing it in Greenfield.
Do you remember the name of it?
I don't remember the name of it, but I'm just in general. Have you ever seen something where you're like, "Oh, that's weird"? Like,
well, remember when they moved like Dairy Mart and made them Daily Marts?
Yeah, what was that all about?
I don't know. Same thing like in Chicopee when they took the Dairy Queen and turned into Dairy King.
Did they?
It was like a hostile monarchy takeover.
I didn't know like the Dairy Mart had like the corner on the trademark of dairy. Dairy Mart.
I couldn't tell you.
That they went to Daily Mart.
It's so weird.
It was weird. Was Dairy Mart part of Cumberland Farms? Because they almost had the same logo.
It's a good question. I honestly don't know.
Yeah. These are all the answers to the questions I'd like to find out.
Well,
life.
you know what, Steve? You're not going to get these kinds of inquisitive lines of questioning on the other normal sources of news.
The other weird thing is there's a Pleasant Street in Ware. That's ironic.
I've known some pretty miserable people who've lived on Pleasant Street.
Lived on Pleasant Street, yeah. A suspect was arrested Thursday afternoon after allegedly striking a Holyoke police officer with a vehicle and leading officers on a chase that ended in Springfield. According to the Holyoke police, the incident began at approximately 3:35 p.m. when an officer located a suspect vehicle believed to be connected to a shoplifting incident earlier at the TJ Maxx in Holyoke. What do you need to steal from a TJ Maxx for? The prices are already deep discounted.
Well, and those items may not be around the next time you go. So,
yeah, right.
I mean, if you're going to pinch something, you got to do it right away.
You can get those syrups for your coffee there. Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that.
They have a lavender one. You can make a lavender chai tea out of that.
They also have some very unusual snacks.
Unusual but delicious.
Usually sometimes delicious, yes.
The vehicle was spotted at a gas station at 820 High Street. Police see High Street, you can see, that belongs in Holyoke. Pleasant Street and Ware?
Yeah, no, it's a stretch.
Anyway, the driver, who had refused to identify himself, sped away after noticing officers and struck a Holyoke police officer. The injured officer was taken to a local hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities said the suspect then drove the wrong way down High Street before entering I-391 South and I-91 South, assisting off. That's a long way to go on the wrong way of 391 from Holyoke down. What is that, 6 miles, probably?
Probably.
That's a long way.
Do you not notice the thing that everyone else is going in the opposite direction of you for 6 miles?
Yeah,
you would nobody driving. Hey, what's that guy doing on the wrong side of the road? Oh, wait, it's me.
You would think if you wanted to get away, you'd go in the flow of traffic versus the against the flow.
Well, if you go against the flow, you're drawing attention to yourself in the worst possible way.
Mass state troopers deployed stop sticks during the pursuit, which were effective in slowing the vehicle. During the incident, the suspect's vehicle collided with a Holyoke police cruiser in Springfield. Police said the vehicle was eventually stopped on Court Street in Springfield, where the driver was taken into custody. The suspect was courtesy booked in Springfield. Oh, well, let me book you here before we take you over there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I slapped the handcuffs on you with my pinkies out.
And then he was transported to a local hospital. Officials said the suspect's charges will be released today, and he's expected to be arraigned in Holyoke District Court. The incident remains under investigation. Oh, here's some good news. It's been more than 60 years since Target opened its first store in Minnesota, and later this month, the retailer will achieve a major milestone with the opening of its 2,000th store in Springfield, Massachusetts. Yeah! This year alone, Target says it expects to open 30 more new stores as it moves towards having over 300 new stores by 2035.
People do like their Targets.
They do. I find it very pricey in there.
It didn't always be that way.
Target used to be that was like the competitor of Walmart, wasn't it? A Walmart Kmart type of deal.
It was kind of like the smaller the smaller Walmart. Yeah. Now it's kind of expanded to be kind of like a Walmart, but not quite as big.
Yeah. Adrian Costanzo, the chief stores officer for Target, said, "Guests tell us all the time they want a Target closer to home, and this investment helps us to do exactly that."
Why does it sound like someone we used to work with?
I didn't even think about that. I was going for the Betty Rubble. Betty Rubble thing.
No.
Which also sounded like that person.
Maybe a little bit.
Bonnie. It's an insult to my integrity. 7 new stores are on track to open this month, including. Oh, wait a minute. So this isn't the 2000 store, because the 2000 store is going to be Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina.
Oh, that's a lovely area.
Yeah.
Fuquay-Varina.
You ever want to get magically whisked away to Fuquay?
Yes, right.
Yeah. Which way you want to do it? Fuquay.
Yeah,
That's what
right.
I want to do.
My parents went to Fuquay, and all I got was his lousy T-shirt.
What about
From Target?
Well, you know, the university there, Fuquay U. Yeah. According to Target, that location represents the future of its stores with its open, easy, navigable layout, convenient same-day services, and winning team delivering a more relaxed and enjoyable shopping visit, which you can expect here in Springfield when Target opens later this month.
Now, this is opening up at Springfield Crossing.
Yeah.
Next to the BJ's and the Hobby Lobby.
The headline was like, it's like, duh, Springfield's 2000 store. No, the 2000 store is opening for Target. It's just not here.
Well, whether it's the 2000th or the 1997th, Springfield's finally getting a Target. And you know what? Honestly, if you're driving up Boston Road and you're looking for like a package of tube socks or some brand new underpants, and you can't find it on Boston Road, now with a Walmart, a Kohl's, a Target, or even at the BJ's, if you can't find your tube socks and underpants in Boston Road, there's something wrong with you.
You know, Dom wanted the Court of Dreams. What do you need that when you got a Target that's opening up here in Springfield for?
Boston Road is becoming the street of dreams.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey, you know what? You could turn that old Roderick Ireland courthouse into a Hooplandia event.
Yeah, you could probably gut it, run some basketball tournaments inside there.
It's probably big enough that you could run multiple courts in there. I'm sure, and the building is completely safe, so I'm sure that.
Oh yeah. Especially when you like kids are like breathing heavy from exerting themselves, getting all that black mold in their lungs. That's good for a kid.
Hey, Bax, that's an old wives' tale. The state has proven time and time again that they have no interest in actually finding out the cause of the illnesses that many people have suffered working in the Roderick Island courthouse.
Listen, I know from the untrained eye, just a couple of gallons of Kills you would think would eliminate all of the mold danger in the place, but there's just so much of it going on in that building. It's kind of hard to just put a Band-Aid on a gaping head wound.
As we broadcast from this beautiful Mecca that we're...
I'm thinking that this sudden chest cold that I got is probably due to all the toxins that have been kicked up in this building. With everybody moving, there's dust all over the place and what have you. It's just a function of moving.
Yeah, the boss came in yesterday. He said, you want to move all these CDs? We'll move them over next week. I'm like, I need a hazmat suit. I can't touch any of that stuff. That's you get one of them gygometers of all the radioactive activity that are on half of these things that we have here.
It's like when the feds went into that house in the movie E.T. looking for they everything covered in plastic.
Oh yeah.
You got oxygen tanks in your back.
That's what it should be here.
That's exactly what it should be.
But we're just breathing in the ambiance.
All I need is the air that I breathe.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast is going to be cloudy today with a high of 33. It is 32 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock at 6:50. And Paul McCartney with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be cloudy today with a high of 33. It is 32 right now in downtown Springfield.
This week on Baxy's Musical Podcast, my guest has been two-time Grammy Award nominee Tracy Bonham. She's got a brand new record coming out later this year. It's also the 30th anniversary of her debut album, the Grammy-nominated Burden of Being Upright. You may remember the big hit Mother Mother. That was a big hit back in the 90s. Anyway, she's coming to the Burn in Somerville on March 23rd, a great show. Remarkably talented woman, and it's a great interview. You'll hear it on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, the Rock 102 YouTube channel, and on rock102.com, as well as the app. Next week, my guest, Michael Bradley from the band The Undertones. Great band from Northern Ireland. Their big hit, Teenage Kicks. Huge song back in the 70s. He's got a book that he's just reissued called Teenage Kick My Life as an Undertone. That's available on Monday. There'll be a bonus episode next week as well. And it's all brought to you, again, by Metro Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Chicopee and Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
So I missed the $20 dinner and a comedy show last night.
Well, you knew you weren't going to go to that.
Yeah, I know, but then I get people going, how come you're not at the show with your picture on the poster? I'm like, because I had other plans. I had other things. There are capable human beings who have run that show, and it's still a good show. Still a good show without me there.
You got a life. You got a life to lead, Steve. It can't all be about a $20 dinner and a comedy show.
I was blessed with a trip to Boston at the TD Garden for Bailey Zimmerman. Does that name ring a bell?
No, actually, it does not.
Yeah, well, because you would have never heard of it. It's he's like a arena rock outlaw twang, they call it.
Country music.
Yes, but it's like it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like it sounds like 2000s alt rock.
Okay.
With a country music twang to it. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Wow, that's really selling it.
Yeah.
And I assume one of your kids is a fan of Bailey Zimmerman?
My youngest daughter is a huge fan of Bailey Zimmerman.
Boy, I hope she grows out of it.
Well, listen, what makes you like music?
What makes you like music?
What makes you particularly like music?
I don't know if I can really describe why I like music. I just know that, for whatever reason,
why
I have
do you
a
like
certain
the type of music that you like.
Well, because there are just certain things that appeal to me, speak to me in a way than others.
Then what? Because I'm trying to
I think it's more like a visceral
this isn't
reaction to songs.
like a personal thing or anything, but what is it that makes people say, well, that music sucks versus this music?
I think it's like personal taste. It's kind of like saying, well, I like this cut of steak, but I don't like that cut of steak. Still like steak, but I have preferences.
I'm one of those people that can like I might not like something, but I can appreciate the way people present things and do things. And while this kid, he became famous by like recording a Snapchat video. And it's like one of those things, and he is a performer. He definitely is a performer,
right?
With but it's all about the looks. He's 25 years old, and he comes out and he rips his shirt off when he comes up on stage, and the entire TD Garden is just screaming full of girls and women going, "Yeah, my God, look at him take his shirt off."
I mean, it's 34 degrees out. I'm not taking my shirt off even if I'm indoors.
It's inside the TD Garden.
Doesn't matter.
And because my skepticism is like, oh, here we go with this guy.
Right.
It's more about, I'm jealous I don't look like that, like with the ripped muscles and everything like that.
Sure.
And these people are going absolutely nuts. He sold the entire place out. And that was the thing with whether or not you agree with if the music is good or not, it still says something that you sold 13,000 tickets on a night in Boston when you've only been on the scene for a couple of years.
Listen, I wouldn't know Bailey Zimmerman's music if you beat me over the head with it.
You don't want to know.
I'm not a fan of the new country.
Yeah.
I like the old country. I like the old hee-haw type of country. I can almost listen to that.
Yeah.
But like today's country is kind of like, yacht rock with belt buckles.
Do you like Van Halen?
Sure.
Well, do you like Hank Williams Jr.?
Senior.
Senior?
I like Senior a little bit better.
All right, well, put that together, and this is what you got. You got this young buckaroo coming up, and
what's the big hit? Would that be "Rockin' a Hard Place"? Is that the big one?
I don't remember.
This is the one that's got the most streams. Let's listen to this. Oh shoot!
All right, here we go.
It already sounds like it's kicking ass, Steve.
First of all, I thought it was a girl when it said Bailey.
We've been swinging and missing.
Okay, I've heard enough.
So he's got two other opening acts, right?
Right.
They all sound the same.
Of course they do.
And it's I was playing country music bingo in my head last night. All right, somebody's gonna say pickup truck, beer,
whiskey,
fishing, and one that didn't come up was cousins with benefits. That one didn't come up. That term didn't.
That's
didn't
a subgenre right there.
Yeah, but he's a. Oh yeah, isn't this terrible?
You know what it makes me feel like?
That's what I lost it. She left me.
This is this one sentence.
Yeah.
Will tell you everything you need to know about the music of Bailey Zimmerman. Hello, is this your first time at Texas Roadhouse? Would you like some rolls?
Yeah.
Would you like to choose your own steak?
You can throw the peanut shells on the floor too.
We have legendary steaks and fall off your bone ribs.
Did you pick your steak out front?
I never do.
So whatever. The guy puts on a show, and everybody's going nuts over the guy, and he's got fireworks. The pyrotechnics of these shows, it was more of a performance than it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like theatrical versus musical. Like it's music, but it's.
I don't remember Buck Owens ever having pyrotechnics on Hee Haw.
No, but think about the way those guys used to dress.
Sure.
With the studded the rhinestones and the what's his name sang about it, the rhinestone cowboy.
That'd be Glenn Campbell.
You don't think there was guys back in the day going, "Oh man, this new guy sucks," with his rhinestones on his and.
But I bet there were ranch hands working on these big cattle farms in Texas, looking for guys who were digging out slop in the stables with rhinestones all over their jackets and tassels going down their pants.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the good look. That's what they want. They want that look.
Better be careful, please. Don't want to get any of that cow dung on your pants.
So then he brings his mom out on stage. Mom
was there too?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is gonna be some old hag. She's like my age. And I'm like, oh, she's probably graduated the same year I did. And so she's, he brings the mom out. But then he's doing this like, he's so grateful. He's got the heartfelt speech.
Oh, yeah.
You think about that. If you came from nothing 2 years ago and all of a sudden you sold out TD Garden on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
I think, that's pretty exciting stuff for a young performer like that.
But if you're dragging your mom out on stage during every show of the tour just to tell everybody how much you love your mama, guess what?
Yeah.
That diminishes a little bit the intent.
He had kind of a youth pastor vibes. He started going off on this, you want to follow your dreams, you follow your dreams.
Oh, my God.
And don't let anybody put you down. 2 years ago, my mama and I were living in a trailer, and now I'm here selling out the TD Garden.
This sounds like you're going to an REO Speedwagon show, and Kevin Cronin is giving you life lessons like a TED Talk.
That's exactly what it was.
Don't let anybody tell you what you want to do, what you want to be, and who you can be. Let's keep pushing.
And then he says, goes, they say it takes a village. It takes a village to raise a child. Boston raised Bailey Zimmerman.
Oh, my God. I hate this kid already. I've never even seen him.
I'm like, Boston raised Bailey Zimmerman. You just brought your mom out on stage. She didn't have anything to do with rearing you as a child all the way up until you made it famous?
All you people spent over $150 to see me here at the TD Garden. You're the one that raised me.
She's sitting there busting her ass, working each day in, day out, slewing slop at the Waffle House. And you say Boston raised you? What?
Bailey, you go stand in the corner.
Yeah, we get it. But you know what? It was a great show.
It's 7:01 with Bax and Nagle at Rock 102.
When there's snow, ice, or sleet in Ludlow, Chicopee, Southwick, and beyond, Rock 102.
Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Winter Storm headquarters before and after the storm.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, let's take a second to talk about something that on the surface should be of no interest to you whatsoever, and that is this. Yesterday, the Buffalo Bills completed a trade with the Chicago Bears that sends 2 upcoming draft picks in exchange for wide receiver DJ Moore. Now, you might say, Baxie, why would I give a rat's ass about a trade that doesn't involve the New England Patriots in seemingly any way, shape, or form? Well, that's a good question, except having the Bills acquire DJ Moore for a 2nd and 5th round draft pick actually has more to do with the Patriots than you might think. And here's how. As you know, this week it was announced that the Patriots will be kicking 33-year-old wide receiver Stephon Diggs to the curb in an effort to save more than $17 million in cap space. Right now, the Patriots are seen as a possible contender to replace him. On the other hand, there's the possibility of signing 25-year-old Colts receiver Alec Pierce as a free agent and signing him for less than they'd have to pay Stephon Diggs. Patriots are also said to be interested in possibly making a trade for A.J. Brown of the Eagles, and we've talked about this. But here's where things get interesting. This trade between the Bills and the Bears potentially changes the trade value for a guy like A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown currently under contract. A trade now would cost the Eagles greatly against the salary cap. If they wait until after June 1st, that amount would be cut in half. So what does it mean? It means that based upon the timing and the value placed on a guy who's not nearly as good as A.J. Brown, the Patriots would likely have to give up a lot more to get him. Much more than they might have been anticipating. Could they still make a trade for A.J. Brown? Sure. But some of that is going to depend whether Alex Pierce decides to come here in free agency. If the Patriots can make a deal for him, they might not need to trade for A.J. Brown. You see how this stuff works? I hope so, because I kind of hope to sit down with somebody and have it explained to me so I can understand it. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Nothing against the kitchen, but the backyard is where all the action is. You want to go to Rocky's. All the grills, all the grilling gear. Weber grills, Traeger wood pellet grills, Blackstone griddles, Uni pizza ovens, Gosney pizza ovens. Rocky's does free delivery and setup for grills over $400. That's all available at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax 102 Springfield's Classic Rock at 7:14 and Aerosmith with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Eventually cloudy today with a high of 33. It is 32 right now in downtown Springfield.
You know, yesterday we were telling you that we weren't going to do Open Line Friday today because we were going to move across the hall where there are no access to phones. Well, that didn't happen. We're in the old studio today, so there will be an Open Line Friday after 8 o'clock.
There will?
Yes.
Okay.
All
right. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure everybody else is, too.
I'm sure the Hawkman, Macadamia, Vince the Plumber, they'll all be back on track.
We went to we did all the voices yesterday.
Yeah, right. We can't go through it again now.
Going back to country music, I know, because you really want to talk about that. I prefer, this is on the Route 10 Tire listener line, I prefer to listen to my own AI country music. I know what that song is without even looking at it. And it's like, it's one of these AI generated. I can't even say what it is. It's a dirty song. It's a dirty country song. But it's basically country music for people who don't listen to country music. That's all they hear. It's the same thing over and over again. And he's talking about doing nefarious things with his male buddies.
I see.
In the song.
Well, that sounds filthy.
Yeah.
And I can respect that in most cases, but...
the name of the song is I Ain't Gay, But I Do Gay Stuff. So, you know.
Well, that's the new country, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I went and saw last night.
Of course.
That was the Bailey Zimmerman. I had never been to the TD Garden before.
Really?
For any kind of event. That was actually it reminded me of Madison Square Garden almost a little bit.
A little bit, but there's probably a little bit more joy there.
What are you talking about?
Have you seen the Knicks play in a while?
No, I was thinking about the Rangers, but you know.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah,
but you know, I mean, listen, I got a pretty open mind when it comes to music.
Yeah,
I mean, I really do. I listen to all kinds of stuff. Country is just one of those things I can't do. I've believe me when I tell you I've given it the good college try. I find it to just be painful. Like ever have like you ever like stand in like a really tall building and you go like right up to the window,
and you get that little
squeeze in your perineum area.
Yeah.
I feel that way every time I hear country music.
That's where you feel it?
I feel it right there.
Really?
I do. I can't explain it. It's just
you have a taint feeling.
That's exactly.
I get
where
it in
I
my
feel
chest. What's wrong with your anatomy that your fear of
I
heights?
can say the same thing about you. Why do you feel it in your chest?
Well, because it's like a fear. It's like, oh my God, like I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to fall off this building. Where you are is like, oh my God, my taint will get destroyed if I fall off this building.
Yeah, I when I hear it, I feel like a patient who's on Jardiance where things went wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden I got that perineum problem.
I got that Biffin's Bridge feeling again.
But the thing is, I know people that love it. They love that stuff. You know, they go outside in cowboy hats. It's like, oh my God, I couldn't be seen in a cowboy hat.
You should have seen the array of cowboy display. I didn't think there was that many cowboys in the city of Boston.
There's not.
Well, how come they were all there last night?
Because I think they're in hiding.
Yeah.
Because if you were like riding the T with a cowboy hat, some leather chaps with like tassels on your sleeves, they'd probably kick the living bejesus out of you.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't know. I mean,
they probably roll you for your Skull Bandits.
Well, the whole place did smell like Skull Bandits and like Keystone Ice. But the TD Garden, I parked right there at the train station.
Okay.
$65 to park, but at least you're right there.
But
and
still,
you can get in the car and go out. But the other thing was, they have that whole area in that train station that's part of the garden,
right?
And they had this like food court thing, and we had some. We wanted to grab something to eat before the show, and to go sit down at a restaurant, it would have taken way too long.
Right.
So we went to this. It was this food court that's in that train station there, and they have this. It was actually really good. It was this pasta bar. What a great idea for a quick food thing. Because
so what was it?
It's basically you pick your pasta, you pick your protein, and you pick your sauce,
and that's it.
And then you can have other toppings on it and all that stuff. But the food it was so quick because pasta is already cooked.
Sauce is already cooked.
The guy's just heating it up in a pan, and he tosses it in a pan, and then he puts it in a cup for you, and then you're walking around with a cup of pasta. It was actually a pretty genius idea.
Yeah.
Because how many people have walking pasta? You don't really see it like a.
No, I mean it's not something you drive with.
It's not like a gyro or a hamburger or something that you can hold with your hands. But yeah, it was actually a pretty good idea. We should have more. Didn't
Sbarro used to do that? Like if you didn't want their lousy pizza, they had like a pasta bar.
I don't think.
Or they had like some dried out noodles just like waiting to be used.
I think I maybe ate at a Sbarro once in my entire life.
That's more than enough.
Yeah, it was just the crappy pizza that they had there. But I've always seen the other things in the display case.
But you walk past it because you think, if I'm going to commit to a Sbarro, I better have some of their crummy pizza.
Well, Sbarros used to be at like every shopping mall. And then all of a sudden now they're just at airports. You don't see a freestanding Sbarro anywhere.
No. Because nobody would go. Sbarro is really a last resort, like many food court choices.
Well, that's why they put them in an airport. It's like the overflow restaurant of all the other airport restaurants in there.
Right.
I want you eating at. But traffic getting out of there was like ridiculous. And people who don't follow the traffic pattern of a traffic light, what is that all about? Yeah, so I'm at this intersection, this Causeway Street, I guess, in Boston or wherever, and there's like, it's a weird four-way intersection. Some of the traffic is coming from the far left, and then the center is right. It's not quite like a symmetrical four-way intersection.
Right.
trying to get out of there. And these people, like, just go even when the light is red. And then they block the intersection. So then by the time the next light cycle comes around, these people still can't move because somebody else is blocking the middle of the intersection. If you just wait for the light, you'll eventually get out.
The problem with driving in Boston is it requires a certain level of aggression to get around, because everybody else is driving very aggressively in Boston.
Yeah.
And the thing is, from Causeway Street, it's not that far to get to the Pike, but everybody makes it very problematic to get over there.
Yeah.
You're fairly close, really.
Yeah.
But it's like if I can avoid driving in Boston, I'm more than happy to stay away from it.
Somebody's, oh my God, you don't even pay $65 for Sox parking. LMAO. Yeah, okay. How much are you going to spend on 3 train tickets if you parked in Framingham? By the time it's all said and done, you're paying $65 or more anyway. You might as well just drive right in, and then you can get in your car and leave on the way out.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. What's the other option?
The other option is you wait for Bailey Zimmerman to come out to Hartford.
No, see, this is the
that
thing.
Would be the easiest thing.
These tickets were only $40, right?
Really?
Yeah,
$40
But this is what happens, and this is what happened with that Megan Maroney we went and saw.
Is it because Bailey Zimmerman's got to be at school tomorrow?
Probably.
He's out on a school night.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Mom was there.
Oh yeah,
but I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Maroney.
Yeah, we went and saw that Megan Maroney last year. Tickets were cheap. Now they're $500 a piece. This is what happens when these kids get super popular, and he's like, you think we could do this next time, same time this year, next year? What do you say, Boston?
Yeah, because I'll rape you for 9 times the amount of the face value of that ticket you just spent.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, if you can sell out 13,000 seats at $40, I'm sure the ones that are on the floor were a couple $100. But I mean, if you can sell it out, you could charge more for a ticket, and that's what they look at. That's where they're like, we can get $80 to $90 a ticket out of this guy.
Meanwhile, if you saw that guy like in a smaller venue, like at a nightclub or something like that, and you're only spending like $50-$60, you're getting a real deal.
This next song is a song about a girl that I had a burn for. Much like the burn when I poured grain alcohol on my genitals and lit it on fire. Did you ever pour grain alcohol on your genitals, Bax?
Sure I have.
And lit it on fire?
What kind of man would I be if I didn't do something like that? For love?
Oh, man, I love the grain alcohol burn. It's like a flambe.
Yeah. Then I roll around in broken glass just to show you how much I care.
I call this my bananas Foster right here. I light my genitals on fire. That's what I love about this country. You can go fishing, you can go drinking, and you can light your genitals on fire with grain alcohol. Don't knock until you try it.
It's 7:25 on Rock 102. It's 7:28 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be cloudy today with a high of, 33. It is 32 right now in downtown Springfield.
Rock 102 and the Springfield Thunderbirds want to hook you up with slap shots and shish kebabs. They're giving away a $100 gift certificate to Nadim's Downtown Mediterranean Grill, and then a pair of tickets to see the Thunderbirds take on Providence at the Mass Mutual Center on March 25th. To enter, you go to rock102.com before the end of the day on March 15th. One lucky winner chosen at random. It's your shot at slap shots and shish kebabs from the Springfield Thunderbirds and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
I'm reading the Route 10 Tire listener line. I don't like that pomp country bullshiznit. Unfortunately, I'm taking my niece to see Bailey Zimmerman Mohegan Sun in April.
I mean, the things you do for your kids. I mean, really. I give you credit. That's really biting the bullet, having to sit through country music.
I don't remember. I went and saw Bad Company by myself. With a friend, but not with my parents. I was like 16.
Yeah.
But I didn't. They never like came to the one concert I did go to my mother with was Sesame Street Live.
Well, that's not really a concert.
Yes, it is.
See, my first concert, my parents took me to see Kiss. Kiss.
They took you. Was that weird?
A little bit.
Having your parents take you. This is what I was thinking last night. I'm like, my kids are getting to that age where it's like, do you really want to hang out with Dad?
Well, you got to understand, it's 1978. I'm 12 years old, right? Back then, Kiss was the shiznit back then. That was like the biggest band in the world.
Yeah.
And the only way I was going to get a chance to go is if my parents were willing to spend $15 for the concert ticket.
Yeah.
Which they thought was outrageous. And back in 1978, it was. But they took me to see Kiss. But as it turns out, the place was crawling with adults, chaperoning their children at a Kiss concert.
And that's kind of what this was last night.
Yeah. Now, my parents got back at me because if they were going to take me to see Kiss, then then I had to accompany them to see Neil Diamond in concert like 2 or 3 months later.
I have to say,
and Neil Diamond put on a great show.
Neil Diamond, they played Sweet Caroline before the show began last night.
Of course.
Yeah. Why did they do that?
I don't know.
It's not a country. He's not country.
No, he's not. He's a beloved national icon, though.
To your point, though, with other parents there, gotta tell you, there was some pretty good-looking mothers out there last night.
Were they all wearing their cowboy hats?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, none of them paid attention to me, but I'm just saying they were...
because you weren't wearing a cowboy hat. If you had a 10-gallon hat, as opposed to looking like 5 gallons flat, then that's different.
Yeah, I got a baseball cap on and a free sweatshirt from a wrap company.
See, you weren't playing your cards right.
But no, there was, it makes you want to get into country music a little bit, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
No.
You don't want to put some grain alcohol on your genitals and light them on fire?
Steve, if I were single and found myself attracted to a woman, and I had to endure listening to country music and going out while she wears her cowboy hats and her cowboy boots and shorts, that relationship would never last.
You can just let yourself out the door in the morning, honey. There's Fireball mouthwash in the bathroom. It's the champagne of country music. Oh, you all right there?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah. Damn chest cold got to me again. It's 7:32 in Rock 102.
Are you struggling to pay down your credit card debt? Are you dealing with interest?
With Bax and Nagle and Rock 102, it's time for news brought to you by Aquapump, an expert in all water supply systems from the well to the pump and into the house. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. Holyoke police arrested a suspect who hit a police officer with their car yesterday afternoon, sparking a chase that ended in a crash outside of Springfield City Hall. Western Mass News was at that scene earlier yesterday. It was quite the scene on Court Street. Multiple police cruisers and officers blocked off the road as they worked to clear the area after the pursuit came to an end. Police said it started at the TJ Maxx. The beginning and end of all crimes is at the TJ Maxx.
Well, you can get great deals there on quality brand items.
Yeah. And you call me the robber. Around 3:30 p.m. Thursday afternoon, that's when officers located a suspect in vehicle connected to a shoplifting incident earlier in the day. The car was then spotted at a gas station on High Street. When the driver, who has not been identified at this time, saw police, he sped off and hit an officer with his car. That officer was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators say the driver went the wrong way down High Street before getting on I-391 South and then I-91 South. The other story said he went the wrong way on the highway, too.
On 91 or just 391?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine if you went the wrong way on 391, you'd probably be going the wrong way on I-91, too.
Unless you exit.
Yeah, see, I don't know if the guy went the wrong way on the highway. I think he might have went the wrong way down High Street, then got on the right way to the highway.
Well, I mean, is it any wonder that he was chased down for his mistake?
No, not at all. By the time the driver reached Springfield, police said he collided with a Holyoke police cruiser. The vehicle was finally stopped on Court Street, where the driver was taken into custody. And then they keep it in the story. This is what the scene looked like when Western Mass News arrived just after 4 o'clock. Well, I can't see anything. There's no picture.
Well, so we don't know anything about this this individual?
No, nothing about the suspect. However, you could see a disabled car outside of Springfield City Hall. Just one.
The one that was involved in this case.
Yeah.
There's many disabled and abandoned vehicles around City Hall.
You could see the disabled car outside of Springfield City Hall, a flat tire, a smashed window.
All in the same vehicle. Because you can see that any day around City Hall.
Well, I was going to say, a smashed window you can see on any street corner in Springfield. A flat tire, probably several different places you could see that. After his arrest, the suspect was booked in Springfield, then taken to the hospital. Police said his charges will be released today, the same day as his arraignment in Holyoke District Court. To a follow-up on a story Western Mass News was covering for over a decade, it's now been months since a guardrail was installed at a house in Springfield after several cars crashed onto a family's property. That guardrail now faces new damage after a third car drove off that road and towards the same family's house. The Ramos family spent the last 10 years calling, emailing, and attending meetings to get the city of Springfield to have their backs. It took 3 cars on the Ramoses' property to get the city to install a guardrail to protect the house. As you can see,
everybody look at your radio.
Everybody look at the radio. That guardrail paid off. Just 2 weeks ago, Katie Ramos and her husband, who are both deaf, felt the house shake, and at first they thought it was just a car hitting a pothole nearby. But then we woke up in the morning, he was like, it really did get hit, and we got saved. It reminded the Ramos family of the previous times that cars had driven off the road and into their yard, one car even crashing into their daughter's bedroom. The guardrail is now bent and a sign damaged. However, obviously you can tell that the house is safe. Nothing's been damaged at the home. It took 10 years to get a guardrail up because of this dangerous intersection.
And that should have been taken care of 10 years ago. But, on the other hand, if I'm living in a house and it's been hit by a car twice.
Yeah.
I mean, one time, things happen. Twice. And I still decide to live there, guardrail or not. Boy, I'm not saying anyone deserves their house hit. I'm just saying I would probably have moved by now.
Well,
after a second hit.
It's also not easy for everybody to do that either.
Listen, I'm not being critical. I'm just saying from my point of view, I would probably try to unload that house. But that's me. But with a new guardrail, well then, there you go.
Maybe
Problem
it was like
solved.
flip this house. Like literally flip it. You can drive a car right into it and flip it over.
But it's probably, the fact that it took this long for the city to respond to this, that's not cool.
Authorities are investigating following reports of an unknown person or persons looking at female UMass students while they showered. UMass police said in an alert to the campus community that incidents were reported on February 9th, the 22nd, and March 3rd inside Field Hall in University's Orchard Hill residential area. Students are being urged to remain aware of their surroundings and contact the UMass police if they see or are aware of similar situations. In addition, anyone on campus who may see suspicious activity is urged to also report it immediately to UMass police. That's it. That's the only part of the story. Did they not interview anybody up there? Or?
I guess not.
All right. A re-entry facility prepares to move into a Westfield neighborhood, and questions are swirling about the same program currently operating in West Springfield. After Wednesday night's packed community meeting, a lot of people are still asking the same question. What has the experience in West Springfield been?
Steve, let me ask you a question. What has the experience in West Springfield been?
You know what? I don't know. That's why Western Mass News went to ask the mayor. Concerns have been circulating on social media that CRJ, the nonprofit moving into a former Westfield daycare, is being pushed out of West Springfield because of problems, dangerous residents, serious incidents. West Springfield Mayor Will Reichelt said none of that is true. I get when these things happen. There are uses that people don't want. But I will say that while they have been here in West Springfield, we've had no issues.
Mm-hmm.
There have been no complaints. There have been no altercations. Any issue aside from the fact that they're in a hotel and we're no longer allowing long-term stays. That's Mayor Will Reichelt from West Springfield.
Yeah, I've spoken to Will Reichelt on multiple occasions. I don't recall him ever sounding like that.
Yeah, but that's his professional voice that you've only heard him in. I've seen him, just man on the street, not being in a political suit.
No, I've actually seen him at moments where it was in his downtime, and I don't recall him sounding like that.
Well, you haven't hung out with him enough.
I don't know if it's possible to hang out with him enough for him to sound like that.
CRJ has operated out of a West Springfield hotel for 5 years and is still there today. The program is set to close in April, not because of any safety issues, but because of a city policy change that bans hotels from hosting long-term guests. Violate it, and the hotel loses its license. That policy is forcing CRJ to find a new home, and they found one in Westfield. Oh. They were just moving down the street.
That's all this is.
But Westfield neighbors who packed an auditorium Wednesday night said 5 years without an incident in West Springfield. For 5 years, it was so nice.
Everything was lovey-dovey.
Doesn't ease their concerns, especially with 2 schools and a family housing complex nearby. There's too many children in the neighborhood. They want to let them go in and get help, fine, but they shouldn't live there. Not near this residential area, in this school area. Even though we have 10 sex offenders living on Franklin Street, right near an elementary school.
But they're not all living in the same place.
Well, they're close. Under Massachusetts law, Westfield cannot block the move. A legal doctrine called the Dover Amendment exempts rehabilitative nonprofits. Was that from bend over? Because you're bending over and taking it in the keister from the state?
Steve, you're right in my head.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what I was thinking, but I didn't have the nerve to say it out loud.
Well, I did.
Well, that's you.
Yeah. That's the way I roll.
I know it is.
Yeah. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be cloudy with a high of 33. It is 31 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
When it comes to paint, Jen at Fleury Lumber is your go-to expert.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7:50 and Van Halen with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be rainy this morning and then cloudy with a high of 33. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 46. Tuesday, looking at 72.
Come on.
Really? It'd be time to melt the rest of this damn snow out there. It's 31 in downtown Springfield.
Now, I know yesterday we said that we were not going to be able to do Open Line Friday today because
that was a lie.
It was a lie. That was not true. As it turns out, there have been some changes. A couple things have happened that couldn't happen, and so Open Line Friday coming up after 8 o'clock.
We misplaced the keys for the new building.
Couldn't figure out how to get inside.
Couldn't. So now we got to call a locksmith, but there's no locksmith available until Monday, and then Monday you got to wait for the guy to get back. You know, he needs a vacation from his vacation when he comes back from vacation. So he's going to need a couple of days off. We'll be in there by March 13th, 2027.
Yeah, this mythical new studio, which has not completely materialized yet, is on course for Monday.
Yeah.
Or a week from Monday.
Would have been nice if we got the right set of keys before we started this whole project.
Should have called Serviu. They got a key for that.
Yeah, but I'm like, you wind up, you know what they wind up doing? They wind up duplicating the keys by taking it to that Walmart kiosk where you can just throw the key in there.
Well,
that's not a professional like Rockies. You go to Rockies, rock solid, good people, rock solid service. They make your key for you. It's like human being making your key. There ain't no AI generated machine at a Walmart.
None of these these 3D printer type of keys. These are all metal keys made from actual minerals from the earth.
Made by actual men.
Real
women.
men.
And
yeah,
women.
women too, of course. Too. Yeah, they're capable.
All right, well, let's talk about food because, we always do.
Sounds good to me.
Somebody had a question over the Route 10 Tire listener line. What do you prefer, the flat cut or the point cut corned beef? The flat cut has less fat on it, right?
Yeah.
And then the point cut it's more of the fattier version. I kind of like to mix them both.
Well, how are you putting both cuts at the same time?
Usually, when I buy the briskets, I cut them up, so I don't cook them all at once.
Yeah.
So I buy a giant one.
Okay.
And then I'll wherever it's on sale, I'll buy it, and then freeze it or fridge it or whatever.
I mean, it's always been my feeling that fat equals flavor. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather have not a cut that's overwhelmingly fatty, but I want some fat on it.
Well, that's why I'll take a chunk of the point cut and then mix it with the flat cut. Comes out nice.
I bet.
It's like a nice balance, a smooth balance on there. I'm going to make it this weekend.
I do love good corned beef.
It's the Guinness and the onions. We do this every year. I've been doing this for a long time now. But I'm going to try smoking it this year.
Really?
I want to try doing that.
As opposed to like boiling it for hours?
Well, you can smoke it using the 5-3-1 method. Is that how it works? Or was it 3-2-1?
I want to say it's
numbers.
Is it 3-5-1? I'm trying to remember what it is. I always get that I always have to look it up whenever I've like smoked meats.
5-3-1.
5-3-1.
Or wait, is it 5-3-1? Oh God, 5-3-1 BBQ. Yeah, it's 5-3-1.
5 hours in the smoker.
5 hours on the smoker. 3 hours wrapped in foil. And then 1 hour to finish it off. But I don't think you need to do the 1 hour to finish it off once you got it out of the foil. Because usually the finishing off is for ribs where you're packing on like barbecue sauce or something.
But I've also seen it where it's like 3 hours on the smoker, like 2 hours in the oven.
3-2-1. 3 hours on the smoker, 2 hours in the foil, and 1 hour to finish it off.
Right. But like with like pulled pork and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like a couple hours in the smoker, like 3 hours in the smoker, 2 or 3 hours in the oven, and then an hour out of the oven, all wrapped up in like a paper bag or butcher's paper or whatever. Yeah. And it just sweats all of that.
You got to sweat the meat.
Sweats the living bejesus out of it.
As you can
so
sweat.
Good.
So would that work with it? You think that would work with a corned beef brisket? Yeah, I mean, ribs are different. They're less density.
That's a tougher piece of meat.
Yeah,
a brisket. So I mean, the timing may be a little bit different, but it's the same concept.
Yeah,
but so damn good, boy.
I'm interested to try the smoke. Even if I just smoke it and then cook it in the pressure cooker, you could still do that.
You could do that.
Yeah,
but I still like boiling a little bit of snot out of it too.
Yeah,
and your recipe, I will say, is quite outstanding.
Now, as far as pulling pork, do you pull your own pork or do you have somebody pull your pork for you?
Well, if I've gone through the work of smoking it, roasting it, and sweating it, I'm going to pull my own. I prefer pulling my own.
Yeah. One of the best cartoons I ever saw was in the Hartford Courant, and it was two guys, obviously the owners, standing in an empty restaurant with a sign that says "Pull your own pork." And then when the one guy's saying to the other guy, "I don't know what happened. It worked for Pick Your Own Lobster." See? But that was in the Hartford Courant.
Yeah, that's pretty risque for the Courant.
I was very surprised.
Let's let that one slip through the cracks.
There you go.
It's 7:56 at Rock 102.
When we...
Yeah, heroin, cocaine made me stop doing heroin. All right.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 8:09 and Billy Idol with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102.
Cloudy today with a high of 33. It's 31 in downtown Springfield. Bax, what's hard, 7 inches long, and hasn't seen any action in 14 years?
I don't know.
Whitney Houston's crack pipe. Are you ready?
And now, live from the Richard Grieco Studios in East Long Meadow, Massachusetts, it's Open Line Friday!
293-1021. Time for Open Line Friday. Brought to you by K&B Diversified Services, Connecticut's go-to for excavation and demolition.
Hell yeah, I like demolition.
I do too. I like excavation.
Wonder if they're going to have a demolition in this place.
I have no idea. Okay, let's go through the rules real quick. No foul language, no hate speech. Try not to act like a dink and get to your point in 30 seconds or less. Perfect. If we can do it, then we'll be a successful Open Line Friday.
There you go.
All right, you ready?
All right.
Okay. Rock 102, good morning. Who's this?
This is Eric, your favorite tire guy.
What's up, Eric, the tire guy?
I'm up. That's my GPS. I've been pushing 51 years old now. I've pulled my own pork for 51 years. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have somebody else pull it for you, but It always doesn't happen that way.
All right, so Eric the tire guy pulls his own pork.
No, that's good to know.
All right, well, that's good.
Well, thank you, Eric.
And one more.
Okay.
Wait. Does pulling your own pork include mountain balance?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about you guys are talking about speeding this morning. I got a big sticker on the back of my truck that says speed monitoring GPS. I don't care how close you come to the back of my bumper. I'm not going off the frickin' road.
Exactly.
Well, there you go.
And that's all I got to say about that.
All right, Eric. Thank you
my
very
advice
much.
to you is keep that woman quiet in the background.
Okay, very good. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Mike the proctologist. I got a story for you about Mayor Dom Dom.
All right.
Okay.
One day, Mayor Dom Dom felt like building a sandcastle. He calls it the Hoover Dam.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good Friday, guys.
All
Good
right.
show.
I thought there was more.
No, that's it.
All right.
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, it's Peyton from the Friday before the Super Bowl.
Hey, how are you?
what's
Good
up?
to talk to you again.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. What's going on with you? What's up today? What's on your mind?
Nothing. My mom drives fast, though.
Your mom drives fast?
Yeah.
Has she got what's known as a lead foot?
Yep.
Yeah, I
All
bet she
right.
does.
Well, tell your
Tell
mom
her
to slow down.
Yeah, slow down. There's kids going to school right now. Speaking of which, why are you in school?
Yeah, I go to Hatfield. So my school's going to have a half day today. But then they decided to have a 2-hour delay. So then they just canceled school because we would only have like 2 hours.
Oh,
I
okay.
see.
Well then enjoy your day then.
Yeah, enjoy the day
Thanks,
off.
Peyton.
You're welcome. I will.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye
Have a good
now.
day.
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, Bax and Steve, this is Billy Bob from Bay State. How are you guys?
Good, Billy Bob. What's up?
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to you guys. Keep up the good work and everything. And Steve, I think you're going to be in the Hall of Fame for being a comedy guy. So keep up those good comedy shows and keep everybody laughing.
The Basketball Hall of Fame?
Wrong Hall of Fame.
Because that's laughable. Am I
You're
right?
right about that.
There you go.
Hey, you guys are wonderful. But I want to give a shout out to the Blue Room. That this March 15th, we have a party going on down at the Blue Room for St. Patty's Day, and we have the Storytellers band down there too. So if anybody's interested, they can come on down, and we got food, and we have drink specials and Guinness and everything. So come on down to the Blue Room, 139 Broadway Street in Chicopee, Mass.
All right, Billy.
Have a great day.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
All right, you too.
I was thinking of, it was Police Academy. It was the Blue Oyster in the Police Academy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Rock 102. Come on now. Rock 102, 293-1021. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning, boys. It's Vince the plumber.
Oh, man.
What's up, Vince?
Hey, guys. I just wanted to say good morning. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Kara, you have a great day at work. And I want to throw out a shout-out to my good buddy Jim and his son Jameson. Saw them yesterday. They were like, "Oh man, I didn't know you're always on the radio." I'm like, "Dude, I'm always on the radio every Friday."
Yeah, you're a little local
Clifton and
celebrity.
Hills, and also B.E. Crowley. I just went over there, got some new calendars for the house and for the office. So it's just a great Friday, guys.
All right. Well,
Yeah, great.
Have yourself a good weekend there.
Enjoy
Vince.
enjoy your stuff on trade.
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, this is Mary from Southwick.
Hi, Mary. What's up?
Just wondering if the guys are excited for Monday with all of the new equipment.
Well, that might not happen.
Well, I mean, there is a good possibility it'll start on Monday, but there's also a good possibility it may be delayed another week and a half. So.
Oh, my other question was going to be if you were going to destroy anything from the old.
No, the building is being sold to a new buyer. Had we built a new building, then we might have had the opportunity to smack it with a few sledgehammers and some
demos.
explosives. No demo.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm really excited for your new stuff.
Well, thank you very much. You stop on by anytime, pick up a prize.
Thanks so much.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Okay, very nice. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Dan from Enfield.
Hey, what's up, Dan?
Not much. How you guys doing today?
Good. What's up?
Great. I just wanted to say good luck in your new studio, and I want to find out who's spinning the tunes because I want to take their job. They're not doing a good job repeating every band 3 times a day.
Well, you're going to have to go to a corporate boardroom filled with top men who know everything about music that you don't.
Yeah, I mean, we're not the dopes picking the music out, please. Are you kidding me?
Well, let me tell you, there's more than 3 songs that Van Halen plays, and Tom Petty should be taken right off the list.
Whoa!
Hey, those are strong
Actually,
words.
I kind of agree with that second part.
All right, you have a good weekend. Thank you. All right, Rock 102. Good come on now. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Hawkman.
What's up, Hawkman?
Not too much. How you guys doing this morning?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, I was just wondering. Actually, I just wanted to let you know that's not me setting the fires in the winter.
Well, I wasn't thinking that you were the fire starter up there, to be quite honest with you, Steve. I would have thought it might have been somebody else.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I mean, you just don't seem like the fire starter guy. You can burn bridges, but I don't see you being the guy that's starting the fires.
Oh, I've burned many bridges. I've burned many others. But,
You can't even light your own wick. You're not going to light anything else on fire.
well, if I try hard enough.
Yeah, you never
All
know.
right, there. That's that can-do attitude.
Did you
we
ever
appreciate.
burn your genitals with grain alcohol, Hawkman?
I burned it with some of that proven China.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah,
All right, you have a good weekend. Thanks for calling. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Al from Summers.
Hi, Al from Summers.
What can we do for you, Al?
A king cobra once bit Mayor Dom Dom. And after 4 hours of agony, the snake died.
Yeah,
there
that's
you
right.
go. Now
That's
you're
right.
talking.
Now
That's
we're
right.
talking.
No one bites the mayor and gets away with it. All right, thank you. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Tina. How you guys doing this morning?
Good, Tina. What's up?
Hey, I heard you talking about Collins and the Buck the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Both are great family-run restaurants, generationally. And if you follow Collins on Facebook, Melissa gets on every day and tells you what her homemade soup of the day is. So maybe you want to choose your day that you go there based on that.
Oh.
What is the soup of the day today?
I do not know. I haven't looked it up yet.
I wonder if they'll let me be in the picture one of those days.
Maybe.
I could showcase the menu like the girls on The Price is Right showcase the prizes.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, she's always got somebody next to her menu board.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I'll stop in there today.
I think you should.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Bob from East Longmeadow. How are you?
Good, Bob. What's up?
Hey, I just wanted to point out the other guy that was on here that made the comments about getting a new disc jockey. Hey, I 100% agree with him. You know, there are more than 3 songs from Van Halen that you guys can play. And I just want to remind you guys back about 10, 15 years ago when Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, and Leonard Skinner was overplayed, they channeled that back to you guys, which almost changed the industry of the music world. So,
well, we had very little to do with scaling anything back. I can tell you that.
I'm just playing with you. Hey, good luck with you guys' new studio.
Thank you.
And God bless.
Yeah,
all right, you too.
We're leaving this town in the dust.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, 293-1021. We'll take 1 or 2 more. We'll see how we do here. It is an open line Friday. And there you go.
Oh, somebody said, disagree with that caller about the music. I'd actually prefer more Tom Petty and less Vince the Plumber. I can
relate to that. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, how you doing? This is Mark.
What's up, Mark?
Not too much. How you doing, guys? I just wanted to also mention to you guys, I feel the same way. You play the same songs over and over and over and over and over. I'm kind of tired of hearing Joe and Jed, I Love Rock and Roll, and Tom Petty's the same three songs. Maybe tell your guys to mix it up a bit, play some other music, and go in a little deeper into albums and stuff, and it would be more of a listening pleasure than hearing the same stuff. That's it.
Okay. That's fair. We'll get right to the bottom of it.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good day, guys.
All right.
He
There
knows
you go.
He knows
We're not going to have that conversation.
He knows there's no bottom. The bottom is already
The bottom's out.
Yeah.
Already out of the bottom. Well, there you go. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, that's good. That's successful.
Open Line Friday. Thanks again to the folks at K&B Diversified Services. 821 on Rock 102.
Call or text us anytime on the Route 10 Tire listener line at 413-293-1021. Rock 102.
7 and Foreigner with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Going to be cloudy today with a high of 33. It is 31 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hey, real quick, this Sunday on Rock 102, it's Rock 102's Loudest Hour, Baxy's Musical Fun Bag. I'll have music from the Ramones, X, the Sex Pistols, Elvis Costello, Husker Du, and many more. All brought to you by Raspberries Records in East Longmeadow and in Ludlow. If you're looking for vinyl, the place to go is at Raspberries. It's Baxy's Musical Fun Bag just before Little Steven's Underground Garage Sunday nights here on Rock 102.
There's no shirts yet, right?
The shirts are they are either being made or they're being packed up. But yeah, there'll be Baxy's Musical Fun Bag T-shirts at Raspberries.
All right.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's get Baxy's face right on your chest.
Why wouldn't you want that? Who wouldn't want to go out in public with that on their chest?
Get my perky man boobs sticking out with your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I like that.
Speaking of representations of you and I, yesterday a listener put together one of these AI-driven pictures of us.
Yeah.
Dressed up in disco suits, you, me, and Marty, and it said Disco 102.
Yes.
And then somebody took that picture and put it in motion. So it was like the three of us dancing to the Bee Gees.
Yeah, that was disturbing. Actually.
It was disturbing, but fantastic what technology can do. First of all, I'm not that great of a dancer, and he made Marty particularly
at least
Marty
looked the worst.
Yes, perhaps. But you're in the middle. I'm on one side. He's on the other.
I want to get a shirt like that.
Yeah.
I should get a gold shirt.
Yeah, I really have long believed that medallions for men should really come back.
Why not?
I don't know why they went away. For a while, they were all the rage, and now men don't want to wear medallions. I think medallions look fantastic on a dude.
What about the shoes? The
platform
shoes.
Platform shoes would be pretty good.
Bell bottoms.
Bell bottoms are good too. But you add that to a shirt that's open like 4 or 5 buttons down with a bunch of medallions.
And that's how we play Disco 102.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We got news coming up next to Rock 102. 8:33 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Freedom Credit Union. Freedom is yours. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. Holyoke crews were battling a apartment fire yesterday. Holyoke Fire Captain David Rex said firefighters were called to 30 Kobe Street, or St. Kobe Drive early Thursday afternoon. 2 apartments sustained smoke damage, and those displaced were being helped by the Red Cross. No injuries were reported, and the fire remains under investigation. I'm trying to find that story again about the guy in Springfield. Oh no, here's a different one. Drug stuff. The Springfield Police Department said on Thursday around noon, with the assistance of the Hampden County Sheriff's Office, arrested 5 suspects on drug and gun charges. Springfield police detectives have been investigating reports of a drug distribution ring taking place in an apartment on the 900 block of Worthington Street since June of last year. Police were granted a search warrant on Thursday. Upon the search, they discovered just under 75 grams of cocaine, 369 bags of heroin, and a reportedly stolen handgun, as well as more than $700 in cash. 34-year-old Luis Herrera, 25-year-old Jose Mendez, 33-year-old Yadil Vasquez, 19-year-old Ryan Ramos, and 41-year-old Wendy Young of all of Springfield now face a slew of charges. She must have been the madam. the 41-year-old amongst the 19, the 25, and
like a den mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's her
right.
den mom. Speaking of which, den moms, I'm reading this story here about the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Senior leaders at the Girl Scouts are reportedly displeased that a New Jersey troop teamed up with a local marijuana dispensary to sell their beloved cookies. Set up near Daylight Dispensary in Mount Laurel last month, the troop's booth offered the full lineup of treats. Dispensary owner Steve Cassidy said the partnership was a massive success. I would imagine so.
I mean, they tell you that businesses succeed or fail based on location.
And drew people both to the booth and the cannabis shop. However, Cassidy said he had spoken to representatives from the organization about the incident, which had been intended as a positive venture, but may have landed the troop in hot water. It was about community, Cassidy told the Independent newspaper. If that means local Girl Scout troop got in trouble, that is absolutely not what we wanted. He declined to comment any further. The Independent contacted the Girl Scouts of Central and Southern New Jersey, the Girl Scout Council that oversees the region, for comment. It is unclear which exact troops staged the event, but they were wildly successful for the weekend. And they're not in the dispensary.
No, they're outside.
Out on the sidewalk.
Listen, you got to go where the hungriest people are going to be. I mean, is it any different really than hanging out at, say, like a grocery store?
Yeah.
And selling your cookies? Or, I mean, think about it. People going into the dispensary, they probably got a wicked case of the munchies when they're walking out. Wicked case.
I've been trying to get the guy at Richard's Grinders to put a sign outside the West Springfield location.
Yeah.
Because there's a dispensary down behind. It's that Gate 9 area, Big E.
Right.
And it'd be going to the left of the gate down that road, there's a cannabis dispensary back there. I'm like, put a sign right outside that says, "Hey, you got your supplies. Now get your meal right here." Who wouldn't want a big giant fat grinder from Richards after getting their cannabis?
It's a great way to co-op your business.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're working in tandem. You're not competing. You're helping both businesses at the same time.
Daylight Dispensary in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, was the township's first dispensary when it opened up in 2023. The idea to partner with a local Girl Scout troop came when Cassidy linked the food with the munchies, or an increased appetite when certain types of cannabis are consumed. Is that what happens?
Yes.
Use cannabis, you get the munchies, Cassidy said. There's a connection between snacks and cannabis, and the fact that we don't have to pretend that doesn't exist anymore is really awesome.
I mean, listen. I mean, there are plenty of people out there doing bong hits that the only thing they want after they're done is like a whole sleeve of dosey-dos.
The other thing is, it is a business.
Yes.
It is a business where you are not allowed to open and consume the product either in the store or outside of the store.
It's a legal business, too.
Right. It's a very much a legal business. There used to be kids that sold, what was the Boy Scout stuff? I saw kids selling popcorn outside of a liquor store once, years ago.
Sure.
Because it's a business. I didn't go, oh my God, what are these kids doing outside of this liquor store? It's a business where people are going in and spending money. If you can happily grab a customer that says, "Oh, you know what? I'd like to order some popcorn for my beer that I'm going to buy today." What the hell's the difference?
Listen, I've seen Girl Scouts sell the cookies at convenience stores where people are buying like cigarettes and scratch tickets.
Yeah.
Does that make it wrong? I say no.
Yeah, and then what's the difference of going there? There are any number of items inside of a grocery store that you could call into question whether or not they should be around children. There's pharmacies. There's all those drugs back there in that pharmacy.
And you want kids outside a grocery store that sells pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, see, nobody's doing that. Well, there's
no outrage. There's no outrage.
There might be somebody doing that. Two men, police say, committed the armed robbery of a Holyoke credit union in West Springfield on January 20th, were arraigned in Westfield District Court yesterday for the armed robbery of the city's Main Street Cumberland Farms convenience store that had occurred 2 days before. 44-year-old Jose Garcia of Maple Crest, Holyoke, and 51-year-old Marcos Sastry of North Warren Avenue in Brockton were arraigned on one count of armed and masked robbery, with Sastry facing an additional charge of subsequent offense, according to court records. On Sunday, January 18th at 2:20 a.m., Westfield police said they received a silent alarm at the convenience store. When they arrived, the clerk, who was uninjured, said a man came in brandishing a gun and demanded she open the register and safe. Once open, the man walked behind the counter, stuffed the cash in a cross-shoulder satchel. You know, there's not enough criminals anymore use the satchel.
They don't.
With symbols on it.
Symbols?
Yeah, according to police detective Jason Williams. When the man left the store, he jumped into a vehicle being driven by somebody else while yelling, "Go, go!"
Go, go.
Go, go!
Go, dog, go.
See, if you had done the third go, you might have gotten away with it.
Right.
It's go, go, go.
Now, at no point did anybody at the Cumberland Farms consider calling in the Nagle signal to bust up this crime.
I told you that since the coffee went to $2.29, I have no longer an interest in protecting the Cumberland Farms. The Cumberland Farms can afford their own security now. That's kind of what you do. You start somebody out who's desolate and doesn't have a lot.
Yeah.
And then they've taught themselves.
But if this had been 15 years ago, Steve, you could have intervened and everybody would have been safe.
It was 2 days after a bank in Holyoke was robbed that the Westfield Police Department was contacted by a detective with the Chicopee Police Department who heard about the bank robbery on the news and was told there were some similarities between that robbery and the armed robbery of the convenience store. This is like the REO Speedwagon police game. I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend.
That they've been messing around.
They've been messing around. A short time later, a trooper with the state police called Williams, who gave the trooper security camera photos of the armed man who robbed the store and a video recording. So basically, in a short version of this story, the police worked together to locate the suspects, and they got them.
Well, then I guess justice has been served, and that's great news for everybody.
This story is way too long. Of all the times that I say there's not enough detail,
now there's too much.
Now there's way too much.
Are they repeating the details?
No, this is just the items. Let's see. When the two men were searched, numerous items were found linking them to a bank robbery. After the car was searched, clothing was found. Those items included a gray sweatshirt with half sleeves, a cross-shoulder satchel with symbols on it, a black, yellow, and orange knit winter hat with a black puffball on the top. Oh, that's the pansy one. The man who robbed the Cumberland Farms was wearing the items found in the car.
Get out of here.
So one could only deduce that these things are connected.
We got Sherlock Nagle over here.
Yeah, well, you know, this is, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the
solving the city's big mysteries.
Yeah, they had those. That's what they had.
Yeah.
They had the thing. Route 10 Tire Listen Line. Those Girl Scouts who were making bank hawking those cookies at the shortstop a couple of weeks ago at a comedy night, pinball league, and golf league. Those kids cleaned up.
They sure did.
I know. I bought 4 boxes myself.
How could you not? How can you say no to Girl Scout cookies?
I just bought them. I didn't even take them home.
You just made a donation.
There's some new flavor. I didn't even know there was a new flavor. It's like a Rocky Road type of thing.
Anybody try it?
I don't know. I just read that in the story. I didn't realize they were even offering a new flavor.
Sounds intriguing. Always like to try something new.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be cloudy with a high of 33. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 46. It's 31 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:50. And you too with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be cloudy today with a high of 33. It is 31 right now in downtown Springfield.
Steve, it is a Shop Friday here on Rock 102. This morning starting at 9 o'clock. If you go to rock102.com, you can save 30% off to Nini's Restaurant, an authentic Italian-American cuisine restaurant. Incredible Italian cannoli, pizza, pasta, seafood, and a full bar. Great for the family or on a date. 9 o'clock at the Shop 30 store, rock102.com. 30% off at Nini's Restaurant. Do not miss out.
There you go. Busy weekend. Not a lineup of shows.
Mm-hmm. What you got going on?
Tonight will be the East Longmeadow Scholarship Foundation show with Brian Plum over at the Springfield Elks Lodge.
On Tiffany Street.
Tiffany Street.
Nice.
In Springfield. And then tomorrow night, we are both down in Thomaston, Connecticut.
That's another big gig. Another big gig.
Big PTA fundraising gig.
You and Brian again?
Brian.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the Plum. It's my he's my sugar plum, is what he is.
He certainly is that.
Yeah.
There is a sweetness to him that it's unavoidable.
You can't avoid that. But no, that should be a good lineup of shows. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm expecting to appear this afternoon at a CVS to try to get some cold medication and stop by, say hi. Prizes maybe. Who knows?
Speaking of which, what do you prefer? Do you prefer CVS over Walgreens?
I usually go to a CVS.
I prefer the Walgreens over the CVS.
For me, it's more about location because I drive past the CVS every single day, and that's where I go.
You're going the same way.
But I don't go down that way.
You don't go down that way to go home?
No.
To Hamden? You don't go through the Rotary in East Longmeadow?
No. Let me tell you. Here's
Tell
my
me your
exact
route and your and your mother's maiden name and your last four numbers of your Social Security.
I go right up towards East Longmeadow and Porter Road.
Oh, that way.
I go that way, and then I cut across Porter Road to Markham to Allen Street.
Yeah.
Shoot shoot left, boom, take a left, boom, I'm practically there. Boom, I'm there.
Well, couldn't you just go up to Fenway Golf and then take a right onto Stony Hill?
Well, I suppose I could do that too, but I don't do that.
All right,
Instead, what I do is I take Markham to Allen and then boom.
Well, I would maybe, if you want to save a few bucks, I think Walgreens has a little bit better prices than the CVS.
Well, most of what I buy, Steve, really are pharmaceuticals and all the rigmarole and hassle of changing my preferred pharmacy. Probably not worth it. So I just I go to where I go, and that's it.
They sell vibrators and lube too,
which I never really understood. They do sell vibrators at the CVS.
Why would you not understand that? I mean, that's kind of like a great. You're offering something for a fraction of the price that you could get it at one of those sex shops. Dirty sex shops.
Well, many of them are quite clean, based on state law. But but I never understood why I would have to go. Let's say I was going to buy a greeting card at a CVS or even a Walmart, a Walgreens, and I go in there. I'm buying my greeting cards. I'm maybe grabbing a bag of chips. I'm not really thinking of that place to buy a vibrator.
Well, you aren't, but there are plenty of people out there who are like, you know what? I want to get my Starbucks card and also flick a bean with a vibrator.
Yeah, well, yes, that makes sense, but I guess it just doesn't come to mind right away. It wouldn't be my go-to.
But it's there if you need it. That's the important part. If you are in desperate, haven't you ever had an emergency vibrator need?
You're going to find this hard to believe, Steve.
Yeah.
But the answer to that question is no.
Why not?
I've never been in an emergency vibrator situation.
Well, this isn't working. We need to fit a vibrator. You never had that situation come up where you had to rush out at 10 o'clock at night to a 24-hour CVS and grab a vibrator?
As hard as this is to believe, Steve, no, I have not found the need for an emergency vibrator. That's usually a purchase I do, not on a whim. I actually it's not an impulse buy.
Well, you can get sugar-free candy.
Yep.
You can get a heating pad.
Yep.
You can get your pharmaceuticals that you need, whatever your prescription drug. What are your list of prescription drugs and all their...
well, Steve, let me tell you about all of my many medical ailments. High blood pressure, low blood pressure, flat blood pressure, AFib.
Is that the difference between the point cut and the flat cut?
That's exactly what
flat
it is.
blood pressure, yeah.
Yeah, it's all a matter of how you treat it.
But think about it. You can get all that stuff and a vibrator.
Well,
it's like an all-in-one stop shop.
Now, do you feel a certain way about going up to, say, the pharmacist with a vibrator? Do you feel any discomfort or awkwardness with that purchase?
Depends on how hot the pharmacist is.
Should it matter whether the pharmacist is hot or not?
Speaking of which, that was the part of the vasectomy story I left out last week. When I told you I had the vasectomy.
Yeah.
And then because it was Christmas week. It was the week, it was between Christmas and New Year's.
And you decked the halls with boughs of Nagle?
Oh, yes, I did. Actually, there was no more boughs left.
Right.
It was just decking.
Sure.
But when I went for the follow-up, of course, it's like a holiday week. So the doctor's on vacation.
Yes.
So they send this PA in who was absolutely gorgeous.
Sure.
Like just a beautiful, beautiful woman. Like with these piercing blue eyes and this brownish hair. And it was just, and then she walks in and she's like, well, the doctor's out. I'm just going to have to check things to make sure everything went well.
Okay.
And that's like one of those things like, all right, you finally got a really hot chick in front of you.
Right.
And now you got to show off the goods, which look like a badly packed kebab now.
And it's an antiseptic clinical environment. I mean, there's absolutely nothing sassy about that moment at all.
It was like the male version of the blue waffle, and here you got to show it to somebody who's really attractive. Not that I ever had a chance to snowball's chance in hell with the lady anyway. I mean, it's a patient.
Well, you're in a professional setting.
Yeah,
that's really no place to start playing coy.
Don't they have those movies where that happens all the time? Where you walk into a doctor's office and then the doctor just starts going to town on you?
Steve, that represents a fictional situation. It has nothing to do with real life.
I saw it on the internet, Bax. It's definitely real.
Listen, Steve, there's all kinds of things on the internet that I think you'll be stunned to find out are not real. That would be one of them.
Oh, shout out to the hot PA down at the urology office.
It's...
How you doing?
How you doing? 8:58 Rock 102.
Rock 102.